Hello, Seiiti Arata. Imagine a busy highway. The cars are all stuck. People blaring their horns. And indeed, in one car, if you look inside, there is indeed a man getting more and more upset, letting his anger out on his family. Just a few cars down, there is another person listening to an audiobook, learning something new, while another drifts into daydreams about a recent holiday. Wow, everybody is stuck in the same traffic jam, yet their reactions are miles apart. Why do we have such different reactions here? The answer might lie in the cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are systematic biases in our thinking processes. These distortions in our cognition, the way we think, they can lead to a distorted perception of reality. So in a simple language, is as if we constantly make errors in our thinking. Maybe there is a little bit of truth behind the cognitive distortion, but definitely there are better, healthier ways to interpret what is going on. That is why they are distortions. And these distortions often result in negative thinking patterns that can harm our mental well-being and the decisions that we make and the consequences. So, number one, to navigate your life effectively, you have to grasp how these cognitive distortions can mislead you. Because life isn't just black and white, but our minds often try to make things simpler. That is terrible, that's amazing. That can make us see things that really are not there. Have you ever felt like you can't do something at work and then you say, oh, that's not for me, I can't do this, I always fail. That is overgeneralization. You think that just one bad experience means that everything will be bad forever. And over time, these thoughts can shape how we see the world. It is like wearing colored glasses. Everything seems to be in a certain way. Not because it really is, but because that's how we trained ourselves to see it. And, there are things out there, but we need to know that our view is being influenced by these distortions. Now, better decisions come from recognizing the common cognitive distortions. Because our minds are very complex and they can sometimes lead us to see things in the wrong way. So here are a few things that this often happens. Number one is catastrophizing. You're expecting to see the worst. If there is a sound in your car making a strange noise, you think, well, my car's going to break down. It's going to be so expensive. Maybe it's just a little piece of something stuck in your wheel. You can think of simpler reasons. There's also personalization, thinking that everything is about you. If a friend is not having a very friendly day, maybe you think, oh, what did I do? Did I lose something? You think it's about you, but you're not thinking about other reasons. Knowing cognitive distortions like these ones will help you to not be fooled by them. And once you spot them in your thoughts, then you can challenge them and you can change them. To learn in detail how to use positive psychology to change how you think, to overcome your stress, you can visit arata.se/happiness and you can unlock a special training. Here is the third idea for you. Challenge and replace distorted thoughts for a brighter perspective. Let's consider a situation that many of us might find familiar. You've been working hard on a project and it's finally ready. There is a colleague who makes a compliment on a job well done. Now, instead of you feeling proud, you think, oh, I don't know, maybe they're just being nice. You're brushing off their praise as if it doesn't really matter. But wait a second. Do you have good evidence, solid proof that they're just being nice? Or is that a cognitive distortion and maybe you're interpreting reality in a way that is unhealthy to your mental well-being? This act of dismissing positive experiences is a perfect example of how distorted thoughts can cast a shadow on our genuine achievements. And by doing so, we might be robbing ourselves the well-deserved joy, the satisfaction. Now, how can we change all of that? First of all, start by catching yourself doing that in the middle of your act. Next time that somebody gives you a compliment when you achieve something, pause. Reflect on your initial reaction. Is it grounded in reality as a knee-jerk response stemming from this self-doubt? Let me illustrate all of that. To challenge all of this, you can do a very simple exercise. You can write down the compliment you got or the positive feedback you got, and seeing it in black and white can sometimes feel more real. You can list 3 reasons why this feedback might be genuine. For example, you did indeed a lot of time researching for that project, you sought feedback, and you made improvements, and you generally tried to do your best. You see, reframe your thought. Instead of immediately thinking, oh no, they're just being nice, you can stop. You can think, I am able to do an effort, I can do a good work, and now it's being recognized. Makes sense, right? So over time, consistently practicing all of this can train your mind so you can see the brighter side of things, and it can foster a healthier emotional response. It will be good. Number 4 is the idea that you have to practice self-reflection regularly to measure the quality of your thoughts. Because we often speed through our days without giving much thought to our actual thoughts, the meta thinking process. But what if we took a moment in the middle of our busy routines and we examine the nature of our inner dialogue? Consider it a form of mental housekeeping. Just as we would clean out our wardrobes, we tidy our living spaces from time to time. It is also important to sift through our thoughts and separate what is constructive and what is not so helpful to us. Here's an example of how you can start doing that. You can set aside a quiet moment every single day, daily. Could be before you go to bed, or maybe during your morning coffee, your morning routine, any time that you find suitable. And then you are going to write, you're going to journal your predominant thoughts. Did you have any recurring thoughts today? Were they positive? Were they negative? Were they neutral? You can ask yourself, how did these thoughts make me feel? Did they motivate me? Did they bring me down? By reflecting in this manner, you can gradually become more attuned to your thought patterns, and recognizing any negative spirals early on will allow you to address them, ensuring that your thoughts align more closely with your goals, with your true self. You also have to learn about positive psychology exercises to guide your thoughts toward happiness. If what we're talking about here makes a little bit of sense to you, then I highly recommend you check the link arata.se/happiness so you can learn more about positive psychology. We've always known that our thoughts shape our reality. But what if we could train these thoughts? Positive psychology, so many practical exercises, will offer us the tools to do just that, especially when it comes to improving your happiness. Imagine that you're facing a challenging situation at work. Instead of succumbing to stress, to the negative self-talk, you can use a few exercises. For example, number 1, journaling. You have to write down your feelings, your thoughts about that situation. And by writing it out, you will be able to see them more clearly and understand the root cause of what is actually happening. You can do thought challenging. For every negative thought that you wrote down, you have to challenge its authenticity. You ask yourself, is this truly a reflection of reality, or is that a cognitive distortion? You can also do positive role-playing. You can imagine that a friend came to you with a similar problem, and what would you do? How would you advise that person? Sometimes doing this role-play will help to view our own problems from another perspective and will make the solution more clear. Remember, the ultimate goal of these exercises is not just to manage your thoughts, but to shape your thoughts in a direction that will elevate your happiness, a sense of fulfillment. You have to embrace the path of continuous growth for a fulfilling life journey. If personal growth were a book, every chapter would reveal deeper insights and challenges and triumphs. The beauty here lies not on the destination, but on the journey, the process. As we delve deeper into understanding our cognitive processes, we unlock a reservoir of potential that is within us. Each realization, each adjustment will bring us one step closer to the actions that will be reflecting who we are, our genuine selves. This continuous improvement is vital. This is how you can understand yourself better. That's how you can take care of your emotional well-being, of your mental well-being. This is as important as having a good, healthy diet or going to the gym for doing physical exercises. You deserve to take good care of yourself, of your mental health, of your emotional health. It is very important to be mindful of cognitive distortions. These are mental traps that often lead us astray. Through understanding and challenging these distortions, combined with regular self-reflection, then we can finally set the stage for positive change. There are many different practical exercises that you can do and really change how you deal with stress and how you can have more happiness. And you can see all of them in detail at arata.se/happiness.